If you ask me, I don't think it was a very good idea from President Donald Trump calling on Prime Minister Netanyahu partner to the Israel president while they were doing their remarks for the peace deal they were trying to sign today. So, in case you don't know, I'm going to give you the chronological order so you understand what's going on with Netanyahu and why President Donald Trump asked for a pardon. Before we do that, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out, okay? And thank you for your support. Let's jump right into it. So this happened today in Israel. Trump called for Netanyahu pardon after hailing swift removal of left-wing lawmakers by security. I'm going to explain this to you right here. I'm going to give you the chronological order so you understand what's going on. So this is what happened today while he was doing his remarks.
Please expel this Knesset member. Please expel this Knesset member.
That guy right there, apparently he had a sign calling Israel and Prime Minister Netanyahu for genocide, accusing him for genocide. That's why he got removed.
Please expel Knesset member Kasif out of the hall. Please expel him immediately.
Sorry for that, Mr. President.
He got kicked out. Let's see what President Trump had to say.
That was very efficient.
There you go. So that's pretty much what he said. That was very efficient, what they did, removing that guy from the assembly. But now going back to the report. So, President Donald Trump was calling for a pardon, right? You're probably going to be asking, pardon? What's going on with Netanyahu? Why President Trump asked for a pardon? So, let's hear it from himself.
The people of this community, and I always will, I'll always be with you. I'm always going to be with you. I guess maybe something could happen to change my mind. Somebody that's really stupid gets into office and wants to do really bad things, but that's about it. We don't think we're going to have that happen. I hope we're not going to have that happen. And this man is a good man right here. These two men are good men right here.
Listen.
Hey, I have an idea. Mr. President, why don't you give him a pardon?
So he asked Israel president for a pardon to Benjamin Netanyahu. You're probably going to be asking, what kind of pardon? What did he did? Anything wrong? I'm going to show it to you in a second. Stay with me, okay?
Give him a pardon.
He's asking for a pardon, and everybody did a standing ovation to President Trump. Listen. I want you guys to listen carefully.
By the way, that was not in the speech, as you probably know. But I happen to like this gentleman right over here, and it just seems to make so much sense. You know, whether we like it or not, this has been one of the greatest wartime presidents. This has been one of the greatest wartime presidents. And cigars and champagne, who the hell cares about?
Cigars and champagnes, who cares, right? You're probably asking, what is he talking about? All right, so let's take a look here why he said cigars and champagnes. So these are the allegations against Prime Minister Netanyahu. It says prosecutors accused Netanyahu and his wife Sarah of receiving over $200,000 worth of gift, including cigars and champagne, from Hollywood producer Arnon Milchan and Australian billionaire James Packer between 2007 and 2016. Those are the allegations that are against Netanyahu and President Donald Trump, and is asking a pardon directly to Israel president. He also has another alleged quid pro quo. In return, Netanyahu is accused of acting on Milchan's behalf, including trying to help secure him a U.S. visa and promoting a tax exemption that would benefit Milchan. That was case 1000. He has another one right here, case 2000, the Jediath Aronoth case. It says fraud and breach of trust. Netanyahu, these are the allegations. Netanyahu is accused of a quid pro quo deal with Arnon Moses, the publisher of Israeli newspaper Jediath Aronoth. Alleged quid pro quo in exchange for more favorable news coverage. Netanyahu allegedly discussed legislation that would weaken a rival newspaper, Israel Hayom. The proposed legislation was never passed. He has another one, case 4000. It says the charges are bribery, fraud, and breach of trust. Again, this is considered the most serious of the cases. Prosecutors allege that Netanyahu, while serving as a communication minister, granted regulatory favors worth hundreds of millions of dollars to telecom company Bezek. Alleged quid pro quo in exchange, the company's owner, Shaul Elovich, allegedly provide positive coverage of Netanyahu and his family on the Wallah News website, which he also controlled. Now, I went a little further to see what's going on with Netanyahu and his criminal war charges. So this is directly from the ICC, the International Criminal Court. So, accused name, there you go, last name Netanyahu, accused first name Benjamin, allegedly responsible for the war crimes of starvation as a method of warfare and of intentionally directing an attack against the civilian population, and the crimes against humanity of murder, persecution, and other inhuman acts from at least 8 October 23 until at least 20 May 2024. If you remember, 2 years ago, 7 October 2023, that was when they got attacked. So right after that, October 8th, that's when they put in those charges against him. Now, let's go back to the Associated Press. But I want you guys to be the judges here. I want you to drop it in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And let's start a debate. I want to read you guys. Let me know what's your position on this. So this is coming straight from the Associated Press. It says top war crimes court issues arrest warrants for Netanyahu and others in Israel-Hamas fighting. The world's top war crimes court issued arrest warrants Thursday for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, his former defense minister, and Hamas military chief, accusing them of crimes against humanity in connection with the 13-month war in Gaza. So what they're referring to is this right here. These war crimes. All right, let's continue on. It says the warrants said there was reason to believe Netanyahu and former defense minister Yoav Gallant have used starvation as a method of warfare by restricting humanitarian aid and have intentionally targeted civilians in Israel's campaign against Hamas in Gaza. Charges Israeli officials denies. The action by the International Criminal Court came as the death toll from Israel campaign in Gaza passed 44,000 people, according to local health authorities, who say more than half of those killed were women and children. Their count does not differentiate between civilians and combatants. Experts say hunger has become widespread across Gaza and may have reached famine levels in the north of the territory, which is under siege by Israeli troops. Israel says it has been working hard to improve entry of aid, though the trickle of supplies into Gaza remains near the lowest levels of war. So, if you remember the video that I showed you from X, the guy that got removed from the assembly today, he was literally protesting while Donald Trump was giving his remarks against Prime Minister Netanyahu, saying they were doing genocide against the population. That's the big deal here. A lot of people are in Palestine side, and a lot of people are in Israel. So this is pretty much what they're talking about. Let's continue on here. Netanyahu condemned the war against him, saying Israel rejects with disgust the absurd and false action by the court. In a statement released by his office, he said, "There is nothing more just than the war that Israel has been waging in Gaza." Gallant, in a statement, said the decision sets a dangerous precedent against the right to self-defense and mortal warfare and encourage murderous terrorism. So, I'm going to show you now what Netanyahu said right after Donald Trump's remarks today. You say, I have to tell you, I've seen a lot of American president. I've seen a lot in the time that I've been here, and I've been here quite a lot of time. I've never seen anyone move the world so quickly, so decisively, so resolutely as our friend President Donald Trump. Let's hear it.
I have to tell you, I've seen a lot of American presidents. I've seen them all in the time that I've been here, and I've been here quite a lot of time. I've never seen anyone move the world so quickly, so decisively, so resolutely as our friend President Donald J. Trump.
There you go. You have it right there from Netanyahu himself. I want you guys to be the judge here. I want to read you guys in the comment. Let me know what you guys think. Netanyahu, I think he's in a bad spot right now. He's accused of fraud. He's accused of bribery. He's accused of war crimes, starvation, and a lot of other different things that he's been doing while the war in Gaza. I want to see you guys, your position on this. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you drop your comment. I want to read you guys all. And we'll see you on the next time. Stay safe.